And hi there, side hustlers.
You know, we've all seen it happen. A celebrity or creator comes up with this amazing idea, and then, boom, it blows up. But the original creator? They're left scratching their heads, wondering where their piece of the pie is.
Yeah, like Kate Jackson from Charlie's Angels. They used to call Charlie's Angels Jiggle TV. Not a nice thing to say, but another thing to know is that Charlie's Angels generated lots of merchandising cash, and Kate Jackson didn't see a dime.
I mean, can you believe it? Here we are, in the 21st century, and we're still seeing creators getting the short end of the stick.
So today, we're diving into this phenomenon. We're talking about celebs who missed out on merchandise money, and we're asking, what can we learn from their experiences?
You know, it's not just Kate Jackson who missed out on merchandising money. It's happened throughout history.
Like, who do we got? The Wright Brothers, right? They invented this whole new mode of transportation, but they didn't get as rich as they should have because they sold the rights to the Wright Company. They did make a lot of dough, but they should have been billionaires.
And let's not forget Louis Braille. The guy who made reading possible for the blind also didn't make the big money he deserved.
That's the one. You'd think he'd be rolling in dough, but he didn't make a dime off it. He even had to teach music to make ends meet and died without ever seeing Braille become the standard it is today.
So, the lesson here, Barb, is that even if you invent something that changes the world, there's no guarantee you'll see any of that money.
And maybe, just maybe, it's a reminder to always read the fine print or, learn from history and negotiate better next time.
You know, Bob, I've heard of others that have missed out on their golden opportunity. Give me some more examples.
Oh, Tommy, where do I even start? Remember the monkeys? They were huge in the 60s, but they didn't own the rights to their own merchandise.
No way. What happened there?
Yup, they didn't have any say over their likenesses on t shirts, posters, you name it. It was all controlled by their production company.
That's crazy. We talked a little bit about Kate Jackson earlier. I know she didn't get the merchandising, but did she turn out all right?
Actually, Tommy, she made money for her role on the TV show, but she once said that from 24 years of merchandising, she made only $80. Video games, comic books, action figures, no one knows exactly how much merch money the show generated, but it has to be tens of millions. And she got 80 bucks. Ouch.
All right, Barb. Let's talk about something truly wild. Did you know an actor invented the first practical zipper?
Really? No way. What's the story there?
Yeah, it's nuts. This guy, Whitcomb Judson, was an actor and inventor. He came up with the zipper, but he didn't make the version we use today, so he didn't earn much from it.
Wow, talk about a classic case of missed opportunity. That's a tough one, Tommy. It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen with your ideas.
So, we've seen how some celebs might miss out on merch money, right? But I guess it could happen to just about anyone with a great idea, if they aren't careful.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just celebs that miss out on opportunity. This happens to everyday creators, too.
Right. It's all about these systems and structures in place patents, copyrights, terms, and conditions. It is not easy to protect your creation. What do I need to think about?
All right, let's break it down. First, there's contract law. When you create something, like a character or an invention,
Whoop! There goes my next $1 million idea. Kidding, kidding.
haha, focus. So if you sign away the rights to it, boom, that's it. You might not see a dime if it makes money.
That's messed up, but totally happens. Like, ever heard of the Shrek guy? Mike Myers?
Yeah, he did it right. He made a good deal for merchandising and made millions from it. His intermediaries made some scratch, too.
Ooh, fancy word. You mean like managers, agents, and stuff? Those are the ones that can help you keep the money you earn. Bob, we should also talk about all these creators out there, pouring their hearts into content and then barely making a dime. They are missing out on earned revenue, too.
Yeah, it's amazing how much that happens, Tommy. Take YouTubers, for instance. They're putting out amazing content, going viral, but Google's taking a big chunk of that ad revenue.
Right! Did you know, according to a study by The Information, YouTubers only get about 55% of the ad revenue. That means Google's keeping the other 45%.
That's crazy! And it's not just YouTubers. Musicians are struggling too. With streaming services, they're making fractions of a cent per play.
Exactly. A study by the Music Industry Research Handbook found that Spotify pays about 3/100ths of a cent to 8/100ths of a cent per stream. It's like they're getting paid in pennies. Or less than pennies.
That's just not fair, Tommy. These creators are the ones making the platforms popular, and they're barely seeing any of the profits.
Yeah, and it's happening right now. Every day.
So, regular folks are creating stuff that makes money for others, but not for themselves.
Right. So, how can we protect our own financial interests? I mean, even Kate Jackson had lawyers, and we discussed what happened to her.
Well, first things first, Tommy. You've got to understand contracts and agreements. I mean, if you can't read it and understand it, don't sign it, right?
That's a great tip, Bob. But what if it's in legalese? I mean, who can understand all that jargon?
That's where a financial advisor comes in, Tommy. They can help translate all that legal stuff into plain English.
So, practical tip number 1, understand your contracts. And tip number 2, get a financial advisor if you're not sure.
Exactly, Tommy. And remember, it's not just about the big money. It's about understanding your cash flow, saving, investing. That's financial literacy.
So, what can we do? I mean, what is the best case scenario to protect yourself?
Absolutely, Tommy. Another step is building a strong team. You need people who understand the business side as well as the creative.
Like an agent or a manager who can negotiate those merchandise deals for you?
Exactly. They can help you navigate the system and make sure you're getting your fair share. But remember, it's your name and your creativity driving that train.
Diversifying your revenue streams is also key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right? If you're a writer, for example, consider self publishing or selling your work in multiple formats. The more streams of income you have, the less likely you are to miss out on money.
And always read those contracts before you sign. We can't stress that enough.
That's actionable advice for our listeners right there. Know your worth, build a team, diversify, and read the fine print.
And if you're wondering how to find that team, that's a whole other conversation. But for now, let's wrap up by saying, don't be the next Kate Jackson. Know your power. Know your own worth and use it. Yeah, you have to be careful. The system is designed to protect you, but you have to know how to play it.
Absolutely, Tommy. Society has this idea that creators should just be happy with the exposure, you know? But at what cost?
Right? And it's not just about the money, it's about respect for their work and creativity.
Exactly. We need to rethink how we value and protect creativity. That's where copyright law reform comes in.
And supporting creator owned platforms,
like the ones we're talking about today. It's time for us to shift the narrative.
So here's what we're going to do, listeners. We want you to share your thoughts on this. Use the hashtag #MerchMoneyMife and let's start a conversation.
Because together, we can change the way society values and protects creators. Stay tuned for more, folks. So, let's wrap this up, folks. We've talked about Kate Jackson, the merchandising madness, and how society plays its part.
Yeah, and it's clear that missing out on merchandise money isn't just a celebrity problem, it can happen to anyone.
Absolutely. But remember, knowledge is power. Understanding the system can help us navigate our own financial journeys better.
Exactly. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where others are benefiting from your creation, don't be afraid to speak up and negotiate.
That's key. And hey, listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you been in a similar situation? What did you learn?
Share your stories on our socials by leaving comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay savvy and keep creating.